Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm very well.
That's good.
Back again.
Back again. Episode 32.
32.
Woohoo!
Getting up there.
Yeah. We love it. We hope you guys love it. Welcome for another week of fun and frivolity and of people driving up the estate as soon as we start recording.
Yeah, it was having a car all day. That's all right. We will persevere.
We will. So thank you.
And overcome.
How's your week?
Good. Always good. Not always good, but this week's been good.
Well, it is generally always good.
Yeah.
Can't be too sad.
Fucking glad I'm not holidaying in Mexico at the minute.
Oh my golly gosh.
That'd be a bad week.
That would be a bad week. Well, what was his name? Machete?
Oh,
whatever it was. Whatever cool Mexican.
El Nacho.
El Macho. I think it was El Macho.
Something like
that. Anyway, after his death, that sure is.
Kicked a few off. They're fucking just
spicy.
Scorched earth in the place.
Just the old mate that failed to light the servo on fire.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the greatest videos ever.
Yep. I saw that they had first tipped the next leader of the cartel to be El Yogurt.
Oh.
Was his name, but now it looks like the stepson of El Nacho. He runs their whole their cartel special forces army. He's actually a US fella.
Yeah, okay.
Got a $5 million bounty on his head.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be the one running the show now.
What a spicy way to live your life.
Fuck, that's an exotic way to live your life, isn't it?
It is an exotic way to live your life.
But they are just...
Yeah, they're going to town.
I saw some footage.
I feel like they're harnessing the energy of the world at the moment, though.
Yeah,
I feel like they're just doing what everybody else wants to do. Whether you agree with it or not, obviously it's not great that they're destroying cities.
Certainly not propping up drug cartels. But.
Yeah, but I feel like the energy of the world at the moment is pretty scorch and burny.
Everyone's amped up.
Everyone's pretty amped up.
But yeah, it's been some of the footage has been pretty wild. All the people, Cancun's just on fire.
Yeah.
And all the holidays there, they were like, if we see you on the street, we're just going to put a bullet in you.
Yep.
So just stay the fuck out of our way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're running fully armoured SUVs.
Yeah, it's like a full setup.
Mounted machine. They were shooting down fucking Blackhawks, the Mexican Army Blackhawks the other day. It's wild.
Yeah, no, it's slightly more...
For some reason, they're using a lot of US weapons.
Yeah, I wonder how that happened. They do seem to be a lot more well armed and organised than some of the Middle Eastern countries.
Yeah,
they just seem to be the technology that they're using now. I was listening to a podcast. It was a Sean Ryan episode, and it was about a kid that got taken when he was a teenager, and then went in all the way through the entry, whatever you call it, enrollment of the cartel.
Yeah, right.
And he reckoned they did, that Death Race movie?
Yeah.
With, what's his name?
Jason Statham.
He was it's pretty similar to that. They just, do, gladiator rings with armoured vehicles and fully auto 50 cals, and they just fucking send them against each other and just fucking see what happens. It's, pretty sophisticated shit.
Yeah.
It's, I don't know if you'd want to be... I don't know if you'd want to be fucking with them, but anyway.
No, some of the
I
don't watch all of those videos anymore because once you see that shit, you can't unsee it.
Yeah, there's some pretty horrific shit that happens around the world.
But
does make you glad to be in Australia town.
Yeah, which is a funny thing to say at the minute.
Yeah.
As bad as it is here,
at least it's just fucking corruption and shit. I don't know. There's a difference between.
We're doing a lot better than the Cubans at the moment.
We're doing a lot better than the fucking Cubans. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it is popping off over there. It's definitely not popping up in Cuba anymore because nothing's happening in Cuba.
They've got nothing to pop.
They've got nothing to pop anymore. Everything's popped.
It's
it's horrific. They've got no utilities, no water, no power, nothing. Zero things.
In the dark.
Yeah, they reckon it takes about 4 or 5 weeks and then all of your sicknesses and stuff you start getting weird diseases and stuff from septic and all that sort of stuff, but it takes a little while. But they reckon that's how bad it is there now.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Russia tried to get an oil tanker through the blockade and it got picked up by the American troops, so that didn't happen.
Didn't get there.
No. And that was sort of their last Hail Mary.
And then the Yanks sent the USS Ford to the Middle East.
Yep.
And shitter's backed up.
Yep.
They can't clear the shitters.
They can't clear the shitters.
They got
someone had too much Taco Bell before they got on board.
They reckon it used to be a gravity toilet system, and it used to block up all the time and flood the whole poop deck.
With poop.
So
turned it into a literal poop.
Yeah, so they went to this vacuum system upgrade, and it's even worse.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there's a fucking lot of cunts on those ships.
I can't remember the number now. It was a lot. It was more than 100. There's
a lot of people. It's a staggering amount of people.
Yeah.
It's a staggering system. The way those like aircraft carriers and stuff work is bananas, because they had a military intelligence guy talking about, because obviously like the new hoorah is that China's got big mega carriers and stuff now, and they're training and stuff, and he's like, whatever they've got, it doesn't matter, because they don't know how to run them properly. It took them like 3/4 of the Iraq war to get their systems down pat, and now they like launch plane after plane after plane after plane after plane, land planes.
You can see them there when they kicked off in Iran the other night.
It's just smooth operations. It's just, and so they're just like, they're 10, 15 years behind the ball curve of just operating something that big, let alone like having it's one thing, that's fine.
Yeah, we can all have
nice toys, but whether you actually know how to use your nice toy or not is an entirely different story. And I was like, oh, that's a really interesting take on it. Like I was generally surprised by that. I was like, but I guess like that could also be propaganda where they're going like, don't think about it too much. But it makes sense.
Pretty impressive.
It's an amazing organisation. To run those things smoothly, I imagine would take a fair bit of experience.
Fuck yeah.
Like people can't run a small business, let alone a small aircraft carrier.
And it's they're a big piece of gear.
Well, there'd be a small economy on board.
Yeah. I know.
It's like a little town.
When the SEALs do all their dark water training, they do it under aircraft carriers.
Yeah, okay.
Because they're that big that they block out any, like you get under them and you can't. That's where most of their training fatalities happen is under the carrier, because it's just pitch black.
It's a mind-boggling like scale of industry.
Crazy.
I was watching this video. I meant to save it because it was genuinely interesting. Talking about scale of ships is the new container ships that they've released. The Honda, something like that. It's a HH.
VTEC.
Yeah. We can get into that. What a shit cut. Anyway, these new container vessels can fit like 25,000 containers on board. So one of the container ships costs about $350 million to buy.
Yep.
And they fit 20,000, 25,000 containers at a $15,000 a pop. One trip basically pays for the container.
Yeah.
Like for the
They're not the ones that they were going to put the big wind parachutes on.
No, that would have been pretty funny though.
More energy efficient.
Pirate ships.
It's like, you mean a sailing ship, you fucking idiots.
We're going back to the 1800s.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to.
It's coming.
To be good. It's coming. Dig up my treasure chest full of gold.
Peaceful.
Get my cutlass.
Fucking peaceful. Can you imagine how quiet it'd be? We've talked about this before of like the cadence of the lifestyle of that era. It just sounds so much fucking better.
Just chill.
It's just
chill until now. It's not.
Well, yeah, but it's like a lot more shooty, I guess.
What was the big Spanish ships? The Man of War?
Yeah.
Had like fucking 60 cannons out each side. Like they were just...
Yeah, they did go hard.
That'd wake you up a bit.
Yeah, that would wake. Imagine the noise. Imagine if you were a time traveller and like just accidentally were on one of those Spanish ships and it like travelled through the Bermuda Triangle and you like popped out today and you pulled up with your really cool Spanish Armada ship next to a new aircraft carrier. Yeah. You'd just be like, what the fuck? It would be like Alien.
I don't know, my algorithm on YouTube put me on to like there's a guy that does like digs into the battles of the Civil War.
Oh yeah, cool.
Which I know nothing about.
Yeah.
But it was pretty interesting about how it all sort of quickly it could fall apart. But it might have been the lead up to Gettysburg.
Yeah.
The cannons they let off this barrage, the rebels did like against the Confederates against the Union.
Yeah, I think. Is that, yeah.
South against the North.
Yeah.
And it was like the biggest, loudest barrage ever recorded.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
it was felt like states away.
Wow.
Like people states away from where the battle was happening could hear the cannons. It just went on and on and on to the point where like you could not see a foot in front of you for black powder, and it just horrific fucking.
Yeah, that's a lot of cannonballs.
Yeah. And then after the battle, the Confederates were retreating. They got their asses handed to them. And, like, the wagons have got no suspension. There's no fucking morphine. There's there's blokes with legs blown to pieces. And
they didn't know what tourniquets were back then.
Nothing. And there was guys just, like, throwing themselves off in front of the wagon wheels to get crushed to get away from the pain.
Wow.
Yeah. They called it the Parade of Misery. And it was like every town they went through was this chain of wagons of just people screaming and crying and dying. And it was just fucking abysmal.
They had a different mentality on... human life back then, didn't they?
Yeah, well, they were using what they called canister shot, which it just basically turns a cannon into a 60-gauge shotgun.
Yeah.
And they wiped completely at ground level a 15-acre cornfield.
Yeah.
With this fucking shot. All the guys were hiding in it, and they just cut this fucking cornfield to nothing. The whole thing. They reckon they could knock out 35 men out of a company in one shot.
Wow.
Because they'd have to get so close with their bayonets.
Yeah.
As soon as they saw the steel of the bayonet, they just fucking set off one of these and just mow down like 30 blokes.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking insanity.
Yeah, I was watching on a similar vein. I was watching a documentary on the life of Hannibal, who was like one of Carthrage's like best generals,
one of their
heroes before they got completely fucking wiped.
Yep.
He nearly took over the whole of Italy.
Yeah.
But the mentality they had on when he left Carthage, yeah. He had 250,000 men, I think.
Yep.
Something like that. It was a lot anyway. By the time he'd crossed the Alps and made it into Italy, he had like 75,000. And that was just like a normal day. Everyone was just like, just continued on marching. Just can you imagine if the military today was just like, three-quarters of you just not going to make it.
Not even get to the front line.
Not even get to the front line. We're just going to march through the Alps, and then you get to the other side, and whoever makes it, you're still going to fight.
Yeah, you're still going to fight. Yeah.
Just mental. And then like a whole lot of the stuff they did, like some of the battles, it was just like 50, 80, 70,000 people dead in a day. Just from one-on-one man fighting. It's like, imagine it like trying to justify that in today's world. Like they just had a different concept of human life. They just didn't care. Like at all. They were just like, throw people at it. That will solve the problem. It was the same as the Russians in World War I and World War II. They just fucking kept throwing people at it. It's crazy. Just a different mentality. There's just the
average lifespan of a conscripted soldier in Stalingrad in World War II was like 18 hours.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Fucking mental. There's 7 million. There was more Russians died than Jews.
In World War II. There was more Russians than all of the Allied forces combined died. Just that one country, they just kept feeding them. But
revenge will do.
It helped us win.
Revenge does amazing things to people's fighting spirit, I guess. But even back as far as I got stuck into the Crusades for a bit too, just because, I don't know, same thing, that algorithms or whatever, however they work, I just got deeper and deeper into my war history. Some of the battles in the Crusades were insane.
Just mental. They just threw ships and people at it. Like, I don't know. Like they could, like if the world was to deteriorate to World War III in the next 6 months, like we're not saying it will, we're not saying whatever, but I really think that the government of any country currently, it does well except for Russia maybe, would struggle conscripting anybody. If they thought the people who tried to run away for the Vietnam conscription was bad, imagine what it would be now. Like there's just nobody in our generation.
The issue is they've eroded
trust. No, that's what I mean. There's no nationalism. But
there's no national pride.
No, but back then people were just like, yeah, absolutely, I'll sign up. Let's go.
Yeah.
But now, like, I reckon they would be flat out.
Of course they're flat out filling the ranks.
Well, Australia's military was trying to grow from whatever it was, 175 or 200,000 or whatever, to 350,000 in 5 years. And they've given up on it because I think they improved it like 5 or 10%.
Yeah, because the fucking DEI hires.
Yeah, that's right.
And they're training kids to hate the Australian flag.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They're coming through and they hate
Yeah.
Ben Roberts-Smith. They hate anyone who's fought and died or fought for our country. They're taught that they're war criminals and they're scumbags.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
So why the fuck would you join an organisation like that?
And it also, like, goes all the way up to the tippity top of, like, the Prime Minister of Australia standing in front of 3 flags.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck's that about?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
and wishing, not wishing anyone a happy Australia Day, but what was he? It was a Indian New Year or Indian.
Yeah. He went
something.
down and had street food and shit. I don't know. It's crazy. Like, so I think it would be very interesting, the difference from World War I, World War II.
The problem they have now is it's all us.
Yeah.
Cranky old fucking self-employed cunts. Well, I'd be like, fucking let's go.
Let's go. Well, that's what they did.
You mean I can shoot people and not get in trouble for it? Let's fucking go.
That's what the Ukrainians did for the first wave of the Russian invasion. The Ukrainians called up all the Cold War motherfuckers and all the old boys, and they were like taking names. They were kicking ass.
Let's get back to work.
Yeah. They were just happy to get back into it.
Yeah. Old mate's been crossing days off on a calendar. Like, come on.
Just sharpening his bayonet every day, just fucking waiting behind it. Just being like, one day the motherland will call.
Yeah. And that's what you need. Mm-hmm. You need some warriors.
Yeah. I read a really Brothers in Arms on Instagram is like a pretty cool. I believe it's a Ukrainian site. It might be American, but run by a Ukrainian dude. I don't know. Anyway, do your own research. He had put up a really good quote the other day. I'm gonna fucking butcher it now. I should have written it down. It said, "A man peaceful because he's incapable of violence." Oh, what was it? I'm gonna fuck this now. I'm going to
look it up.
Because it was a very good quote.
I've started writing quotes down in a notebook just because I don't remember them, but I sometimes remember bits of them. We need like an intermission track. But I don't know, that Russia-Ukrainian conflict is fast turning into just a meat grinder, isn't it?
It's just bananas. It's terrifying.
It's just...
It's
I don't think either side's got the desire to win or to see it through. You know what I mean?
I don't know what they're where was this?
It's like you start a 5K race and you get 2K and you go, "Fuck, is there really any point to?"
Yeah, I don't know what they're I don't know what the end game is.
Well, I don't know that there is one.
I don't think there is one because they tried to do a peace treaty.
They've tried a few times. The UK tried to broker a peace deal fucking early on. And Zelensky refused.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just seems like quite a... I mean, you never want to see any country...
At war, because it's just ridiculous.
At war, or taken... it's not fair on the Ukrainian people to just suddenly be Russians.
Yeah, no, that's right.
I don't know. I just... At some point, you sort of think, how many more lives are you going to throw at this for the same outcome?
Yeah, but, like, I don't know what the actual outcome is. Because either way, someone's not going to be happy about it. And now so many people have died in the name of it that you can't just like be like, oh, we're just going back to how it was.
But you end up in the same...
We're just going to wipe that.
Do your own research.
Do your own research. It was a very good quote anyway. Very inspirational.
But you end up in the same situation as you had in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Where it's like, is this thing ever going to fucking end?
Yeah.
Like, we're getting nowhere. They'd get a government elected in the south, and then there'd be a coup, and then they'd be back fighting again, and then, they'd broker a deal, and then, no, that's not good enough, and they're back again. They're just chewing up fucking bodies. Yeah, but like... Burning the country to the ground.
Yeah, like literally in Vietnam, literally. But like, if everyone just stopped, turned around and walked back, everybody would be unhappy with that. Russia would be unhappy and Ukraine would be unhappy because they're throwing that much money.
Not to mention all the influencers who spent all that time with a Ukrainian flag in their profile picture. How do you think they're going to feel?
Yeah, that's right.
Let's think of them.
Let's think of those guys. They really went out for the country. But But then you go, okay, so like, do we divvy it up based on who lost the most people?
Well,
do we give it up on, like, I don't know.
No, because they did that to Germany in World War One, and all it did was made them really pissed off.
Really annoyed. And then we had World War Two. Yeah.
So
I don't know. I don't know. I think that's why, and it's like, it's good to see, because I think that there is an undercurrent of war at the moment. There's an undercurrent for China and Taiwan. There's an undercurrent for, well, look at America and Cuba, America and Venezuela. Like, there's obviously something afoot.
But then, like I was just saying to you before, like the way that Barnaby explained it the other day was like, China's not going to invade Australia. That's expensive. That costs a lot of fucking money. They're just going to stand on our neck. And just squeeze a little bit until our dollar's worth nothing and our exports are worth nothing. And then it's their country, you know what I mean? It's way cheaper.
No, that's right. And that's what happens when you've got bad policies and people that aren't willing to...
Piss-weak government.
Take... well, like, it's just bad economics, right? Like, you're going, like, why is nobody in the history of any businesses think it's a good idea to only have one client?
Yeah.
It's just a terrible idea.
It's very bad.
It's just a very bad idea. And then not only have one client, but then completely destroy the Australian economy in the name of net zero.
Yeah.
Like, they've just completely pushed out manufacturing.
What was odd the other day? Was it Chinese, is it Lunar New Year? Or is it?
Yeah. So it's now officially Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
Like, it's
they sent, Dan Andrews was over there with, as part of the, and I was like,
what?
Why are you there?
Yeah, why are you there?
Why are you over there?
Yeah, that's
being
super
friendly
interesting.
It was just odd. I don't know.
That is odd.
Yeah, it's a very, very funny.
But Malcolm Roberts read out a thing on the Parliament floor the other day, with the UN Paris Agreement in front of him, and according to the UN Paris Agreement contract, we have officially become, we were before all of this crazy thing, net zero.
Yeah.
Our environment used up and gave up more fresh air and used up the carbon dioxide.
We were already in net zero.
We were already in net zero before all of this chaos began. And inside the contract that they signed for the Paris Agreement was a clause that said it cannot drive poverty or make a single citizen of your country turn them into poverty. Not a single one. You're not allowed to, on the backs of the people of your country, use this as an excuse to do whatever the fuck they've done. And so, like, if you're going to have one country, basically, as your sole profit maker, which they don't really generate that much profit.
No, but that's our sole
it's our sole customer, basically. And then also diminish all state, federal manufacturing because you make energy unattainable.
It is.
Like, what the fuck? Like, what do they expect is going to happen? Like, I can't figure out what their game plan is. It's the same as I can't figure out. Well, they don't have a game plan. I don't think they have a game plan.
Well, they got a fucking treasurer who doesn't know the difference between net profit and gross profit. Like, fuck me, this bitch is in control of all of the money.
Yep.
And she sees transferring $114 million from one department to others, but then increasing that to $143 million is savings. But then doesn't know the difference between a net profit and a gross profit. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
This is the problem.
This is the problem. Anyways.
And that's not a DEI thing. It's just a fucking person who doesn't get maths.
It's just that I don't know if Labor had any plans of winning the last election.
I don't think they had any plan of winning. They got in there like,
holy fuck, what do we do now? Because they set like a heap of landmines for what was meant to be the coalition's turn.
Yeah, they sort of
buried a heap of claymores around in the budget and like expenditures and did this and did that, and was expecting the Liberal Party to look bad. And they could have come in and been like, we're going to fix all this, and then all they've done is landed on their own landmines in there because they had set them.
Booby trapped themselves.
And I just don't think they had any plans. I just don't. I can't see a government that has like a business plan in any sense of the word of a business or economic. You can call it an economic plan. You can call it a country strategy plan. You can call it whatever you want. It's a business plan. Like Australia is just a business. Like you can look at it however you want, but like it just doesn't. It just doesn't appear. The only place that's got one is Queensland, and now Jim Chalmers is trying to rein in on Queensland and be like, look how good of a job we're doing in Queensland. It's like, you're not fucking doing that.
Off, yeah, it's
the Christopher Farley government's doing an unreal job. I spent all last week dealing with manufacturers, and it's just awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. No, awesome. There's a huge industry about to erupt in Queensland. Everyone is a million miles behind.
Yeah, they're steamboating their way up here to get a part of it because you can't run businesses in Victoria.
No, New South Wales.
You can't afford the fucking land.
No, you can't. Let alone the power. Yeah. Let alone like the cost of living.
Yep. Yeah, what were you saying the other day? $1 million a year for power? That was a foundry.
Foundry,
Did we talk about this last week?
I think we talked about a little bit of this last week. But for people who missed it, there's a foundry that operates up here in Queensland. And they pay $250,000. I believe it was $250,000 a quarter in power.
Yeah, just to run it.
Just to run it. That's just to run it.
And that's not paying.
That's not paying staff. That's not
super.
Yeah, that's not any of the actual running things. That's just to turn the furnaces on in the morning.
Yep.
Crazy, and it's like. Foundries are a dirty business, but they're an unbelievably fundamental foundation of manufacturing.
Yep.
You have to have foundries. You have to have them. Like it's impossible to be any kind of manufacturing anything without foundries.
If you can't process your raw materials.
If you can't process, or even your old materials. It
doesn't matter. Yeah.
Make things. You got to be able to melt stuff down into sand molds, turn them into products, and then ship them out. But you have to have enormous either gas or power consumption. There are your two options. There's no other way of doing it.
So you would think, as a government, you would make power cheap and affordable for industry.
Yeah.
To promote that.
Yeah.
That would be my suggestion.
Hey, what do we know?
What do we know?
What do we know? We just sit here and smoke delicious hand-rolled cigars.
These Sumatras are
just a treat.
It was a bit sad to hear about that barn fire.
Oh yeah,
down in Nicaragua.
You got to wonder. I know the if you go and listen to the Warfighter Tobacco podcast, they touched on this with a lot more education than we have.
Well, John knows the area.
Yeah.
The
whole crew go down there quite a lot, but they sort of like didn't delve into it too much. But they you've got to wonder. How many of these barn fires? Like, I understand that these barns are full of like tobacco and they're like burning things to dry stuff out and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's also product.
But it's also product.
That your competitor... I went exactly... as soon as I was listening, I was like...
It's got to happen more than once, right? It had to happen more than once.
I think it's going to happen. Well, look at all the fucking tobacco shops in Australia getting burned down.
This is exactly where I was going.
And we're not in...
Yeah, we're not making them. Or we're not in Nicaragua.
We haven't got a general populace that earns $8 a week.
Yeah.
Who would happily take $10 to go and set a fire in
Imagine if you gave one of them 10 grand to be like, oi, just next time you're kicking that fire open, just like kick some ashes a little bit further than you should and just fucking let it go.
10 grand US over there would set up 5 generations.
Oh, it'd be massive.
6 generations.
Yeah, it'd be huge. Like, so I don't know. Like, it's there's got to be a grerer than 0% chance that it wasn't an accidental.
Maybe there's a few mozzie coils.
Old mate, the hired old mate from Leeburn to fly over to Nicaragua.
He's got Estelle with his mozzie coils and fucking lit her up.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I went to the same place. Obviously, we can openly say that because we don't have a a foot in the door.
We have. They wouldn't even know.
Still, for the company, it's a shitload of lost product.
Yeah, but like Dave said accurately, that stuff was a couple of years, 5 years away from being product. Yeah. So over the next,
it's not like they're getting ready to roll.
It's not like
next week.
It's not like it was a whole thing of rolled cigars or a whole lot of stuff that's been made, fermented, and was ready to go out. And now there's going to be like a 2-year gap before anything's on the market. Over the next couple of years, they'll be able to bring in a bit more tobacco than they normally would, and they'll be able to like fill that up,
cover it off. Yeah.
So it's not as detrimental. Like, it's obviously fucking shit, but it's
not going to cripple.
It's recoverable.
Yep.
But yeah, it just seems, as soon as they said it, I was like, suspicious.
Yeah.
But that's just our convict brains, right? Like, that's just what happens here. Like when
I just started reaching for my roll of alpha.
Get your hats on, boys.
Let's go. Yeah. No, pretty wild, but
pretty wild. Yeah.
Well, it's any of that. Like, it's a while. You imagine trying to insure a business that deals in highly flammable
it'd be
paper
crazy.
Or tobacco. Or
It's nearly impossible to insure businesses here now. But, like, for those people that don't understand sort of the joke of this, in Australia, the tobacco tax has driven significant amounts of companies to sell illegal, unregistered, not declared tobacco products. And obviously, when something like that happens, it's very much akin to prohibition. So when they banned alcohol in America, the only people that didn't drink alcohol were the super honest ones. The other people just figured out a way to get alcohol. And the only people willing to supply the alcohol are generally people that are not good people, gangsters or whatever.
Well, we talked about this here. We went to war over rum in the Goldfield days.
In the Goldfield days.
We were all good with getting taxed, and they said, we're going to tax your rum, and everyone went, get your guns.
That's right, get your guns, boys, let's go. So what happens is now a huge percentage of the Australian tobacco market is run by illegal tobacco shops and nefarious people. And they started burning each other's tobacco shops to the ground. They just were walking around.
They did that, and the other thing that was coming out of it in the middle of all this was they're fucking creative, I reckon.
They are creative, yeah.
Were filling their tobacco shop with the cheap under-the-counter products.
Yep.
Torching them for the insurance money.
Yep. Themselves, the owners of the shops, yep.
But then putting in a claim for all of the legal stuff.
Full of Winfield Blues at full tax.
Yeah.
Yep.
And making fucking $250,000 until they got caught.
Yeah, it didn't take them long to figure out.
No, but the difference in price is something like $15 a pack for your
Yeah, so you can apparently, according to the grapevine, I wouldn't know firsthand.
No, but you can buy a lot of 10.
We talk to a lot of people.
I don't know anyone smoking Winfield Blue at the moment.
No. You can buy a pack of 10 packs of 50 for $150.
Yeah, $15 a pack.
Yeah, $15 a pack. But that's for 50s, and you can only buy 20s
and
now.
They're $45
And they're $45 a pack from the proper stores.
So get your calculator out and work that out.
And work that out. So, it's... the tobacco fires are not just in Nicaragua, but it seems to be.
But the easiest solution here is just to buy yourself some nice hand-rolled cigars.
They're better for you. They taste better.
They're healthy.
They're healthy.
They're not full of chemicals.
Yep. It's a health-conscious option.
It is. It is the kale of the tobacco world.
It's the kale of the tobacco world. Yeah. But yes, it is. It's definitely a. It's definitely a better option than buying Iranian smuggled.
It's $1 billion industry.
It's a $1 billion industry
massive.
now. The government itself has come out now and said by 2030 it will be 100% illegal.
They're not
tobacco
declaring it on their tax reporting anymore.
No, they're
because
not.
it's fucking with their figures.
Yeah, it's fucking with their figures so bad.
The Treasurer can't even work out net and gross. How's she going to work that out?
One of the senators said there is absolutely no evidence to prove that the tobacco taxes made law-abiding citizens turn to the illegal tobacco market.
There was absolutely no evidence the Earth was round until someone worked out the Earth was round.
Yep, and they worked that out pretty fucking early on.
Fucking oath they did. We're going back to the moon soon.
We are. How exciting!
Bad weather's pushed it back off the launch pad.
Yep.
It's supposed to be this week.
Yep.
Feb 25th. What are we today? 24th, yeah. So tomorrow I think they're planning on pushing it back off the launch pad until the weather.
Yeah.
At Cape Canaveral. Is that where they launch from?
I think so.
It's a NASA. It's the Artemis. It's not a Tesla.
Oh.
It's a NASA. This is a NASA program. So.
Is it built?
Yeah, it's all.
By
No,
Tesla?
it's NASA.
Yeah, okay.
So it's their Artemis project. I don't think...
Is there a person in it?
It's a manned mission.
Yeah.
But they're going to go around the moon to...
Hear some of that spooky moon music.
To check the viability of landing back on the moon.
Yeah, back on the moon. Make sure you say back on the moon. So we've definitely been to the moon.
Well, we'll be able to keep in full contact with them because they were on the phone to fucking the president when they were in space last time. Fucking long landline, that bastard. Yeah, but that's going to be interesting.
I like it that they could get phone reception on the moon.
Can't get phone reception in Grand Central.
I can't get phone reception in Target.
Yeah, but anyway, that'll be cool. Like it's cool that NASA's actually
giving it a red hot go again.
Well, they're actually back to doing NASA things, not just shit stuff. NASA was supposed to be like the wacky, wild, let's make extreme.
Yeah, let's just go crazy. Let's see if we can put
make
people on the moon.
a 14,000 horsepower jet engine and see if it holds up.
Yeah.
And then they just went... might have been Sean Ryan had a guy on who was next in line to run NASA.
Oh, really?
He's a real young fellow, and he's like first civilian in space.
Yeah.
He's done fighter pilot stuff all over the world. He's got...
Is he that Asian fellow?
Oh, I didn't watch the video.
Oh, okay.
Couldn't tell from his voice. But he's got a company. He's tied in with a company of all like old Vietnam era pilots and stuff, and they go around and do training and stuff.
Yeah.
They've got their own planes, and so if an air force is like, we don't really want to fucking crash our F-35s with the rookies, they'll be like, well, we've got all these. Or if you want to do like aerial training, they're like, well, we'll bring the enemy planes and pilots, and you can contract us to fly as
what
bogies.
A cool job.
Awesome job.
What a cool job.
And so he was in line for the NASA job. This is during the Trump administration. And
the most recent one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like a week out, just got a call and they're like, yeah, no, we're going with someone else.
Wow.
And it was like this weird like thing. But he was like, yeah, NASA went from like being super cool, let's build these little robot walkers that can cruise around Mars forever, to being like, let's see if we can make toilets flush the same way as they do in the southern, like just dumb shit.
Dumb shit, spinning spanners in the International Space Station. Yeah.
So it'd be cool to see if they get it in the air.
I hope they get it in the air. I mean? Jesus Christ. No, we've set the bar low. That is low. That is a low bar for NASA to achieve. All right, NASA, for you to consider this success, we need it to get off the ground. Meanwhile,
who brought the astronauts back from the space? It wasn't fucking NASA.
Meanwhile, Elon Musk launching them, bringing them back down, landing them.
Tesla in space before NASA got another spaceship in space.
It's still in space.
It's out there somewhere.
It's well and truly out there now. Imagine that being the first thing.
Rock.
Imagine that being the first thing the aliens come across as they come into our solar system.
They just hit a fucking Tesla 3.
Fuck! What is this shit? It was just a photo of Elon Musk.
They should have sent a Cybertruck up because he did puncture a fucking fuselage of a spaceship.
It would, yeah. Those things are machines. Did they ever come to Australia?
I've never seen one in the flesh.
I've never seen one in the flesh either.
They're too heavy to.
Oh my god!
To bring them over here.
Trucks, yeah. You'd have to bring one of those massive.
Imagine
big
the greenies here; they'd be freezing.
Well, it's electric. They can't freak.
But it's you can't park that in the city.
I can't.
They want to ban bull bars. They're bad for pedestrians.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Ah, the old bull bar argument. That's an oldie but a goodie.
It is. Yep.
Do they have bull bars in the States?
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Are they as common as here?
Only in like rural areas.
Yeah,
like they're not like it's not like here where everyone's got to have.
Everyone has a big 5-poster.
They've got a 5-poster and 12 spotlights to drive from here to Oakey.
Fuck me! I went past someone yesterday and they had a collapsed sun on the front of their fucking car. Jesus Christ! No wonder they didn't turn their high beams off because obviously you can see them coming from like 17 kilometres away
from space.
From space.
Yeah.
So my little Land Cruiser lights it would do nothing. I wouldn't be able to see them for anything.
You got to get out and light the candles when the sun goes down.
Get my glowworms and shake them up, put them in the front, make sure they're real pissed off on my travel into town. But yeah, he come around this corner and obviously didn't see my lights and just like hit me. I had spots in my vision. I thought I was going to wake up with welder's flash.
He would have been able to see your skeleton through your body.
Yeah, lucky Leroy's PPF the windscreen. Otherwise I would have been burnt to crisp with UV. It would have been fucking crazy. It was so bright, like it was unnecessarily bright.
Yeah.
He had them all up on his roof rack. He had a million of them across his front and they were all like white as white. Like it was mental. It was like watching a comet come around the corner. Like I've seen some bright
you see the grass catching on fire as it's coming around the corner.
Peeling everything back. All the bats are falling out of the sky. Like it's just
years ago my father-in-law borrowed I had an old Mazda BT50 when I was working away and I had those big light force the real big ones with the HIDs.
The original HIDs that you turned them on and they go
yeah. Take about 4 seconds to heat up.
Yeah.
And he borrowed it it must have been like 2 weeks while I was away on shift.
Yeah.
And he only drove it for like 2 days. He said, I can't fucking drive that. He said, I get every car's flat. Because I had HID headlights. Like I was fucking 21.
Yeah, we all put the HID headlights
he was like, I can't drive that thing. He said, you can see everything, but he's like, every car from Toowoomba to Ackland is like just on the high beams, just flashing him. And he's like, couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, because you flash it back, you're blind, and they cruise off into the scrub.
Yeah. And like 2 inch lift, and so you're already at like their head level.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was so good.
We all did it. As soon as those HID headlights came out, they were in my BT50. It was the worst thing I ever did because you'd be driving and hit a bump and one of them would flicker and turn off.
I'd be coming back from Roma at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And a truck coming the other way would have the HIDs as well. Yeah. So you're 3 kilometres apart and you'd both dip your headlights. And so you'd be driving in the dark for 3 kilometres. Yeah. And then you turn them back on, it's another kilometre before they heat up again. You've hit 4 roos waiting for your lights to come back on. Yeah.
Yeah. Technology's come a long way with spotlights.
Where did you in here the other day with the old roof shooter's light still through the roof?
Yeah.
And my youngest apprentice, he'd never seen one. He's like, what the... Because he kept...
Oh, really?
Yeah, you dive in and you fucking hit your head on all the time. He's like, what the hell is that for?
Yeah.
And I was like, for roof shooting at night, you don't have to have your arm out the window, you know?
Yeah.
I said, they're real good when people are tailgating you too.
Yeah, flick them around about.
Light them up. Yeah. And he'd never seen it, because you don't see a lot of them anymore. Everyone's gone thermal now, like it's...
Yeah, but you can get some pretty nifty rigs that just slip onto your roof racks. And you don't have to drill a hole in the top of your $150,000 Land Cruiser.
Dad just picked up a spider mount for his thermal. So he runs a thermal on a handle.
Yeah.
So onto a tablet, so you can see what's out in the dark.
He's too sophisticated for an old boy.
Yeah, he loves it.
Yeah, he does.
But anyway, it's set up. It's got an auto sweep function, so you can set your A.
Really?
Heading. Yep. And then you sweep it around to your B heading, and then just hit auto sweep. So you drive around in the paddock, and it'll just back and forwards.
Does it stop when it sees something?
No, but if you see something, you can just hit a button on a remote.
Yeah.
It'll stop. You pull up, take the shot. And then just resume.
That's
or if you think you see something, you can like stop and scroll back.
Yeah.
But it'll remember like your A and B vectors.
Yeah.
And just continuously sweep. I was like,
I
wonder if you could put a Glock on one of them.
Yeah.
At your front door. But he loves it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The hardest thing, the biggest drawback with it all at the moment is your Wi-Fi. It can either be 2.4 gigahertz or 5 or 4.8 or something. There's like 2 different frequencies.
Yeah.
And they fucking take each other out.
Oh.
So like if we had a shit time with it last time we went out because I had my phone on.
Yep.
And it's fucking with the signal. So it's all wireless.
Yeah. So you just need to put your phones on airplane mode, put your Starlink on, and you wouldn't have a problem.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But he had it. Yeah. Other than that, like
you should try that next time you go out. Whack my Starlink on the roof of it.
Well, you don't need... It was just that I didn't give it a thought. Like, my phone was in my pocket the whole time.
Well, if you're going to live in 2099, you might as well fully embrace it.
Yeah, you're right. But, I thought that was pretty cool. It's a bit jittery because it's like a little electric motor.
Yeah.
But, good idea.
Yeah, great idea. It'll be the same as everything. Like, it'll be those HIDs, but in 10 years, you won't even hear it, and it'll just be zooming around up there, and it'll tell you if it's a stump wallaby or an actual wallaby.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and that's the other problem I found. Like, I'm not sold on thermal yet, but like rocks hold heat for a fucking long time.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of white spots in the thermal that are just rocks.
You get rock rabbits instead of stump wallabies now.
But I talked to one of my customers. He's out west. He was, and you know what out west stories are like.
Yeah.
But, he's got a roof shooter that does his block for him, and it's all thermal. So he doesn't even have the headlights on the. He's got one little light on the front of the cruiser so you can see where he's going.
Yeah. And
he was out the back of one of their blocks and there was some poachers on the
out there. And they wouldn't even known he was there.
No. And so he was like, do I shoot their spotlight out? He's like, if I hit one of them.
Yeah, you'd be in fucking big trouble.
So he just pulled up.
Gone to those days where you can sort of get away with that shit.
Bury him.
Yeah.
But he said he just pulled up and they were swinging their light around and they found a pig or a roo, whatever it was, and they were looking at it with their spotlight and he just fucking boom, shot it.
Oh, that would be fucking awesome.
And he was like, light's gone, and it's just fucking beelined out of there. They were just gone. And I was like, fuck, wouldn't you shit? I used to get uncomfortable being out. You'd go out spotlighting out there. You'd be on 15,000 acres.
Yeah.
But if you're on the boundary fence and then someone's hunting the block over.
Yeah, you see their light sweeping.
Yeah, you sort of go, fuck, let's go to the other end of the property.
Yeah.
Like, you just feel uneasy.
It was
you don't know who's in the
Well, you don't know if they're meant to be there.
No.
And you don't know, like... And especially if you're new to a block, you don't know where the boundaries are. So you go, is this another bloke? Like, did these people organise two fellas or, like, whatever? I don't know. It just gets antsy.
Well, remember that time we were out at...
Yeah.
We basically just got told, I don't close any of my gates. If you hit a closed gate, that's the boundary.
Yeah.
We come out fucking 4K up the road. Because old mate has left the boundary gate open. And we're just like,
We're just like, we must be going up here, Yep. No, it can happen. Like, it's not always nefarious, but, yeah, it is one of those things. Anyway, bit of common sense. Everyone looks after themselves.
Yeah.
And if you're meant to be there, it's not too bad. But, yeah, if you're not meant to be there, it gets pretty...
Oh, and you don't know who's on the other end of the light. If they've come up for a weekend from Brisbane or if they're...
Most of the places we shoot on now, they're like a pretty closed entrance, though. It's getting that way.
It's not poachers.
No, but that's how you know. Like, you're going, like, if we see a light, you ring the homestead up and go, hey, there's a light swinging around.
Do you trust a fucking poacher with a light? You know what I mean? Like, if they're not of a strong enough character to get their own properties, are they really a crack shot, humane hunter that, you know?
Yeah.
I got in a pretty heated discussion with a guy at Crib Hut one night. We were at camp. First night back on swing, and he came in, and all day he was just a labourer, but he was just moping around. He's on like 4th energy drink for the night.
Yeah.
Didn't you get any sleep all week, mate? He goes, Dad and I were out just road running through the forestry
Jesus.
Saturday night. The dog got off, and we got a pig in this place, and then had to drag it. And I was like, what do you mean in a place? And he goes, we'll just road run. And the dog jumped the boundary fence, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, I just saw red. I was like, that's...
And openly talking about it too. That's
and
crazy.
Lived in Brisbane, so obviously has been watching the YouTube videos of pig dogs and hunting and thought he's a big fucking hero.
Yeah.
And he's just literally driving up and down all these back roads out. He was out round like Mooney and Tara and through the gums and that.
Yeah.
And if the dog saw something in anyone's property, they just fucking jump the fence and after it. I was just like, you fucking scumbag.
Yeah,
Jesus,
bad.
back then
that still winds me
red.
up now. There's not big enough punishments for that sort of stuff now. I guess it's hard to prove it. I don't know. It just comes down to, once again, a bit of pride. Like, you don't have to do the right thing, but you should.
Yeah, but like you said, you feel, or you have a hard time going into someone's house that you've known for 15 years.
Yeah.
Let alone just randomly cruising onto someone's property.
Yeah.
Just couldn't do it.
No. Yeah. Oh, that's an interesting conversation, I guess. Like, I don't know. It's just part of your upbringing. You just respect people's places and respect the fact that they're landowners, or respect that they've got a house. Or I don't know.
Respect the fact it's not your fucking land. Yeah, I don't know. It just shits me, eh?
Yeah. It's unnecessary. Yeah, it's entirely unnecessary. But I guess, like, we come from a pretty privileged place where if we want to go,
that's true.
If we want to go shooting, we can just go. Like, we've got the access to. We've got some really good people in our community. And
but even when I had,
we had to work for that though.
Oh, when I had the freedom of Central Queensland, you driving around talking to farmers every day of the week.
Yeah.
You wouldn't just waltz in there and go, I like shooting. Can I shoot on you? It took a while to get in there, and
it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's a weird little culture inside of a culture.
It is, and the worst thing that ever happened in Australia was when the SSAA brought in that.
The worst thing that ever happened to Australia was the SSAA, yeah.
But they brought in that farmer assist program.
Yeah, it's
and it just destroyed.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
It fucked over landholders. It fucked over hunters.
Yeah.
Because it was just. Yeah, I don't know.
There was no need to regulate something like that. It was just ridiculous. But anyway, without getting into another rant, the SSAA have got some answers, some questions to answer.
But what was happening was you had to shoot a qualification course to prove you could hit, and it was fuck all. It was like 5 shots in a 100mm circle at 100 metres with a centerfire.
Yeah.
Like, it was a very low skill level.
Nearly as low as the NASA entry level.
Yeah. But then the deal was that you went on a website and the landholder went on a website, and the landholder said, I've got a permit to eradicate 500 roos.
Yeah.
While you're here, you can also shoot feral pigs, feral goats, foxes, dogs, whatever. And the deal was you'd go, hey, John, I can come out next Saturday. Here's my qualification. I'm self-sufficient. And he'd go, yep, sweet, come out.
Yeah.
But then what was happening was these guys were going out there and going, oh, what's your neighbour doing?
Yeah.
And next thing, you could just watch it on the map. Like, it was all set up on a map, and you could just watch. Like, the fucking properties just fell off because old mate's just weaseled his way into one and picked up fucking 27 properties and then wouldn't let anyone else on there. And so it had a reverse effect.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
So, anyway, government regulation.
Yep. Wrecking microeconomies. We've talked about this on podcast a lot.
We have. The road shooting industry's fucked at the minute anyway because Germany's just stopped importing.
That's always been a tough
industry.
It's always been a tough industry.
But they've just put a total ban on roux meat.
Yeah, okay.
So that's it. And that was our main.
That was the main. It used to be the Russians. But that was only because that's how they smuggled a shitload of money.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, now it went to the. There was another country that's banned wild game meat too. Spain.
We don't eat more of them, but they're not nice. I
dislike.
But I mean, it's a fucking resource.
It's a great resource. Yeah, it's basically an unlimited resource.
Yeah. And then camels outnumber roos fucking 4
Yeah, we have more wild camels in Australia than anywhere else in the world. Yeah. They're not. Are they native here? I don't know. Someone must have brought them over. But by golly, did they fucking breed? I was reading this thing the other day. It's super interesting about camels. Their milk is better for you, better for your gut like microbe, and higher in fat. Like, it's just a better resource. I've never tried it. There's a camel farm down the road.
Yeah, right. I know a guy out at near where we buy our beef from, and he put a few camels because they'll eat lantana.
Well, only if there's nothing else.
That's right. Yeah. So he brought a heap of camels in to clean up his lantana, and as soon as they had a good season, they fucking ate all his good green pick that his cattle were used to grazing on, and the lantana went stupid.
Yeah, they'll only eat lantana if there's nothing else, but they can.
You'd have to be pretty hungry. It's pretty spiny shit.
Oh, it's so spiky.
Yeah.
It's rubbish.
It is horrible stuff.
Nothing likes it.
There's no way to kill it.
Fire.
Yeah, but you got to get it fucking hot.
Got to get it hot, yeah. All that fire that went through Ravensbourne, it didn't have lantana for fucking years afterwards. It was clean as anything. It was beautiful. It's starting to come back now because obviously the birds eat the little lantana seed from 20 kilometres and starts growing lantana. It grows like crazy. They originally brought that over as a hedge.
Yeah.
The original people who came here.
That and that, what was another one?
Prickly pear.
No, yeah.
That's what they used to dye their coats with. They used the prickly pear as the red dye for their coats, which is wild.
Makes good jam too.
Makes delicious jam. I used to have a client that made me prickly pear jam.
Yep.
It was the best. She told me how to make it too, and I know how to make it, and we got a heap of prickly pear. And no one sprays it, so you'd be able to eat it. And they reckon the leaf of the prickly pear tree makes real good salad. You got to peel it.
That's the hardest bit. Peeling it because you get those little tiny white spines in your fingers
everywhere. But you peel it and then you salt it, and the salt drags all the slime out of it, and then it's basically like a celery. Like it's like a juicier celery, but it's not slimy.
You're not selling me on that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Celery.
Yeah. Well, you want to eat roux? You can have roux with prickly pear salad.
Yeah, we could do it a full Australian menu.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I'll stick with the beef.
Yeah, same.
I think until we get real hard up.
Yep.
I know it's there. That's all we need. It's always there. We can always revert back to it when we run out of cows.
Dad used to eat rabbit a lot.
Yeah, I don't mind rabbit. I had a girlfriend in high school, and their family ate a heap of rabbit.
Yeah.
It was like part of their Christmas lunch. They'd go and shoot a heap of rabbit and then skin it with the air compressor, punch a little hole in it and go, blow them up like a banana, like a balloon. And
cut them from one end to the other, and you just turn them inside out and just shake them, and everything just falls out on the ground. They're very easy to...
But apparently, I don't know how true this is. I need to look this up a bit more.
Not very if we're talking about it on this podcast.
There's a couple of foods that are calorie negative, so it takes more energy. Yeah, it takes more energy for your body to break it down than it does than the nutrients it gives your body. And apparently, rabbit's one of those. So in the in the Wild West and in Western Queensland, when the people were still like walking through and figuring out what to do with the areas, they would died of starvation from eating too much rabbit. You got to eat it with like potato and stuff, and the potato is what gives you your stuff, but the rabbit just tastes good.
Just a filler.
Just tastes good instead of just eating plain old
you're in
potato.
you're in a negative.
Yeah, you're in a deficit. Yeah, you're in a calorie deficit if you eat celery. Celery is one of those.
Are you listening, Jim?
Yeah.
A deficit?
A deficit. Motherfuckers. No.
But yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Like, there's plenty of good resources here, but we just need to make the most of them.
Yeah.
Cow's the best resource. Fuck, I love cows. They're so cute, but fuck, they're delicious.
So
they're
tasty.
so tasty.
Yeah.
So tasty.
There's not a bad part on a cow.
No, I used to argue with that, but after Chef made us the tongue and the cheek,
good eating.
Good eating. That is good eating. If you make it right, that is not bad.
Yeah.
I need to get into liver. Last time we bought a beast, we got all the offal and that.
Oh yeah.
And we cut it up, and then it just went off before we got a chance.
Yeah.
Because we're like, we'll make it, and then I had to go to the shops, and you gotta, dry, like pat it dry, and then you let it sit overnight in buttermilk.
Yep.
And then you do whatever you do with it, and it's fry or something, whatever they call it. And it's meant to be, super good for you, but it's meant to be pretty tasty. And then we were just too busy and unorganised, and then the dogs
and
ended
I
up
think
getting
we're too spoilt here.
God,
like I know, like
Fuck,
even
we're spoiled.
like I still can't eat like lamb brains.
No.
And that's that's a pretty common dish.
Yeah, that's like not even a weird thing.
I just can't get around it.
I can't do brain. I can't do any brains.
No.
I've heard some stories, but like you get weird diseases from eating brain.
Yeah,
there's weird parasites.
It's just shit you probably shouldn't eat.
Yeah, I just don't think we should eat. I guess once again we're too spoiled. Like we live in a unbelievably affluent time in history. Like
but then you get weirdos like Steve Ranella.
Yeah,
he's one of the most intelligent men on the face of this earth.
Yeah,
but I remember watching one of his meat eater programs.
Yeah,
and
that was a good show.
Yeah. Yeah, his podcast is still one of my favourites.
Yeah, his podcast is good. If you're into hunting, listen to Steve Ranella.
Or conservation, or just weird. They did a whole thing. They hooked up with a university that does all. They nap slate to make like tools.
Yeah.
And they got 2 bison from another farm, and spent a whole day, Steve and his team, butchering bison with these
napped tools,
Indian tools.
Fuck.
Just to prove, and trying to work out,
did a neat job.
And did a really neat job. Yeah.
That's so cool.
But he shot up, I think it was just a white-tailed doe.
Yeah.
And there's something on the one to obviously take the eyes out when you cape them.
Yeah.
And there's something behind the eye, and it's like this sticky white, like webby looking stuff. And he goes, whoever he was with, he said, just try this. It tastes like it's like cookie dough or like fresh bread. Like
what?
Yeah, and he said it's bizarre. It's this little whatever it is,
like a
sinew
or a tendon or something. Yeah,
it was bizarre. But he's just tried everything. Like he's eaten mountain lion and bear and beaver and fucking everything.
I had bear in Finland. Bear's delicious. Bear's really good. They eat a lot of that over there.
As long as it's a bear that's been eating berries and not salmon.
Not salmon,
they reckon if you smoke a bear that's been eating salmon, your smoker will smell like fish for fucking
really?
months.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And reindeer. They eat a heap of reindeer over there too, and reindeer is delicious because I like venison. Like I like deer.
Have you ever eaten beaver?
No.
You sure?
Wow. Not the damn swimming.
Not for protein.
Just for fun.
Yeah. So reindeer. Yep.
Delicious.
Right.
Yeah. Good breakfast meat.
Yep.
It's better than venison.
And I think sometimes you're better off just not knowing what you're eating. You know what I mean? Like
I don't think you'd be able to pick it.
I had one of our old customers made me a heap of pies, like your little meat pie.
Yeah.
With chittle deer.
Oh yeah.
Gravy, peas, all that, and I took a heap home and cooked them up for everyone at home and didn't tell them what was in them.
That it was Bambi.
Yeah, and they
going, this is the best pie.
Them. Yeah. And then I was like, that was deer. Like that wasn't a beef pie. And they were like, it was good. But they were like,
can't do it. Yeah.
And that just used to screw their noses up at the beef cheeks and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
some of those dinners, and the tongue. People poked them with a fork for a little while, and they were like, eat it, and then everyone got into it. But that was good. But yeah, we live in an incredibly affluent time in history where you get to pick what part of the animal you want to eat. Like more people eat rib fillet than rump because they go, rump's too tough, and you're like, that's not the tough bit. Son.
That's not the tough bit.
I've just started I've never had Y-bone steaks before, but we buy obviously full beasts now. So we had a accumulation of Y-bone, and it's like quite it's a very rich flavour part of the steak. Like it really has a
real
beefy like
taste.
really, really beefy taste.
Yep.
And it took us a fair while to figure out like what it was really good with, what it was. But now that we eat it all the time, it's just like a normal thing. People come over and they go, "What is this?" And it's Y steak, and they're like Y-bone. And they're like, "What the fuck is that?" And you're like, "Well, it comes from this part." And it's like, most people had never heard of it.
We got a
before.
couple of in our last order for Christmas. There was just an extra like 2 T-bones.
Yeah.
Like big T-bones.
Yeah.
And there was only the 2. There's only 4 of us at home, and I was like, "Well, we'll just cook the 2 and have one side each." And I was like, I'll take the small side.
Yeah.
And they go, "What do you want the small bit for?"
Smart like a
because it's the fucking best bit. It's the eye. That's the good bit.
Yep.
Yep.
No, it's we live in a lucky where it's good. It's a good time to be alive in many aspects. It's easy to get bogged down in the shit, but realistically,
I was listening to someone talking the other day about how many chickens have to die for you to have a plate of buffalo wings.
Yeah, that's a lot of chickens. Yeah.
And I think a Super Bowl weekend in America, it was like 300 million wings.
Holy dooly!
And you're going, there's only 2 wings on chicken. There's a lot of chickens had to die. Chickens. Obviously, you're not throwing the rest of the chicken away. But
yeah. Because they sell like a lot of breast and a lot of thigh, but they do throw a lot of parts of the chicken away.
Well, those quail breasts that we had, they're in an abundance here because there's a local quail farm.
Yeah.
And he breeds them up for the Indonesian market.
I believe so. I think that's what they said.
But they're only interested in the legs, thighs, wings.
Yeah.
They don't like the breast. So
the breast.
They've got these massive, big, and they're really, really nice.
They're delicious. Yeah, quail's delicious.
For a fancy pigeon.
Yeah, it's just a fancy pigeon. But they used to eat a lot of pigeons.
Dad used to eat pigeons.
Yeah, people used to eat a lot of pigeons. Like pigeon was like a really normal thing on menus way back in the day. Like some of the fancy restaurants
chicken
in
of the
America
railroad.
and stuff. Yeah, some of the really fancy restaurants in America and that served like fancy pigeon. And then it just got like this bad name, and now people don't eat pigeon anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. I sort of like our pigeons. Like we've got top-notch pigeons here, and they're super cute. I don't know if I'd.
I wouldn't. Same thing if you're real hungry.
I think if you're hungry enough, there's a good resource there because by golly, they lay some eggs. Those guys, jeez, they breed.
They'd
fast.
take some fucking eggs to make an omelette, but
they're
not real big.
Well, you'd want to breed them up. You'd just breed. I think you'd eat your chicken eggs as omelettes, and then eat your wait for your pigeons to grow up to be good-sized pigeons, and then meat pigeons. Yeah. I wonder because we got told ages ago. So we have these things in Australia called bush turkeys.
Yeah,
and I don't know scrub turkeys.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're anywhere else.
They're probably just a regular turkey.
Maybe they're just that'd be so funny.
We just wanted to be fancy.
Yeah,
we got these scrub turkeys.
We just got these scrub turkeys. And someone years ago told me that they were no good eating. But I reckon they'd just be like any other turkey. Like if you caught one, it'd be like catching a wild pig, right? You wouldn't want to eat it straight out of the scrub. No. If you fed it up and bred them,
yeah,
I'm sure they'd be pretty good. Like put them on a bit of grain. I'm sure.
Well, it depends what they eat. It'd be like ibis. I'm sure the Egyptians ate a fucking ton of ibis back in the day.
Surely they're everywhere,
but they weren't eating out of fucking garbage bins back then.
No, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like you eat. if you're eating a bird that spends its whole day with its head.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd want to be. Well, there was those people that got in trouble in Brisbane, wasn't it? Was that Brisbane?
It was a Vietnamese guy.
Yeah, that was
just plucking them in the park,
running around the park,
and he would have been right, but he tried to cook one on one of them public barbecues. Everyone's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's got a bucket of water there. He's plucking it and fucking. Can't do that, mate.
Can't do it. Take it home.
Yeah.
So maniacs.
Let us know in the comments what weird shit you've enjoyed eating.
Yeah. There's a plethora.
There's a lot of stuff.
Animals. We have a lot of people from a lot of different countries listen to this podcast. It'd be really interesting to hear what different types of meat is like a normal thing or like a obscure thing, but is a thing from your country.
Yep. Well, I know, like, the Mongols ate a fucking shit ton of horses because they had a shit ton of horses.
Germans
love horses.
Shit load of horses.
Yeah.
And they had the milk and everything. They loved it. What was it? Genghis Khan. He used to have a herd of white mares, and he'd only drink the milk from the white mares.
But they'd ferment it for alcohol.
Yeah. That was their fun beverage.
Yeah.
Which I like. That's a
it
pretty.
Still weirds me out that some dude at some time was like, "I'm going to try some another animal's milk.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder why no one's ever, like, fermented platypus milk.
It'd be too hard to get.
It'd be short supply.
How do you... Yeah, it's
How
not
do
like
you milk a platypus?
Milk them.
Yeah.
Well...
He's got to, like, scrape it off their little milk patch. We
ring
talked
them
about.
out like
Ring 'em out.
Let's give it a twist.
Give them a twist every morning, let them go back swimming in the afternoon, give them a little twist.
Yeah.
Poor platypus. They
Nah, they're too cool.
They are too cool. Don't milk platypus.
I don't milk platypuses.
No, don't milk platypuses.
Leave them be.
Yeah. Because we don't drink, like, some cultures
Well, it's very taboo to drink human milk after you get teeth.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they sort of frown upon that.
Well, it gets a bit iffy there.
It does get a bit. I think it more be like more the sauce because, like, I know plenty of blokes that have had kids and then tried it just to see what it's like.
Yep.
But I don't think you'd want it on your Milo. Like, I don't think that's how it rolls.
No.
But like cow milk, perfectly normal. Horse milk, you start to get weird. Camel milk, in a lot of cultures, that's pretty normal.
Yep.
No one drinks pig's milk.
No.
Like, it would be... If people drink goat's milk, that's completely normal.
Yeah. Mum and Dad's neighbours bought 2 goats when I was living out there. And they're going to get
They're the worst.
They're going to get this artisan cheese. They're going to make goat's cheese and goat soap and all this sort of shit.
Yeah, fuck, you'd need some goats.
So they had 2 of them cruising around, and the whole time I was there, they're cruising around. I said to Dad, I was like, are they going to get a billy?
Yeah.
They had 2...
Oh, they just had 2 nannies.
And Dad's going, nah. I've been following these fucking goats around for 3 months waiting for the milk.
Oh,
Dad,
my God.
Dad was like...
Oh, they obviously don't come from me.
No. He was like, they got to be in kid before they produce milk.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it works.
That's
like, women don't just make milk for the sake of making milk. So, yeah.
But
they still only got 2 nannies.
So they just gave up on
No, now they're like looking on Facebook for like anyone who'll put a
billy
over them.
Fuck, they're going to need some high fences if they start getting some billies in there because they love climbing shit.
Yeah.
I've watched billy goats.
I've seen one on the roof of the Drill'em servo.
Yeah.
Jumped out of the top of a fucking twin deck cattle truck, and he was up on the roof, and the copper and the truckie were like, what do we do here? We can't shoot it. Then we've got to fucking get up there and pull it down.
Yeah, and it's on a servo. I would have been letting live rounds off at the servo.
I just grabbed me Powerade and was like, toodaloo, fellas.
Have fun with that, boys.
Have fun solving that problem. Just one Billy just squeezed his way out the top of the deck and jumped up on the roof of the servo.
Yeah, they love it. I've watched Billies load up, run all the way up the ramps, all the way up to the top deck, the first deck over the top of the prime mover, just jump straight out, clean over the prime mover, land on the ground, just keep fucking running. And as soon as one does it, the whole fucking mob just follows them.
Remember the first time you see him up a tree?
Oh, yeah. You're like, what the fuck?
Cruising around, there's a tree full of goats. What the fuck?
Goats are hilarious.
Oh, they're the best.
Oh, they're such a pain in the ass, but they are funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a client with a heap of goats. They were mad. They loved their goats. They were completely tame too, which is weird for goats because goats are normally pretty standoffish.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they had...
They're a pretty stupid animal, really. But.
Yeah, it liked head scratches. It was a weird goat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess you can, they tame buffaloes.
Domesticate anything.
Domesticate anything over time. Well, we did with wolves, didn't we? Now we got fucking pugs.
Now we got fucking...
poodles and...
Chihuahuas.
Nothing helpful. Anyway, on that note, boys and girls...
That's fucking milk and platypuses.
That's milk and... That's just drinking milk in general.
Yep.
Well, thanks again for the wild ride that it is.
Sticking around.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And, we got more to come. As always, you know where to look for us, where to see our stuff.
Unfortunately, our most active community at the moment is TikTok, which I can't stand TikTok, but by golly, you guys love a heated debate on TikTok.
In TikTok,
it's great.
Get amongst it.
Get into it.
Yeah, the YouTube comments have been going pretty hard. We've had a fair few good YouTube comments.
Yeah.
Some questionable, but the TikTok comments are definitely
so good.
Yeah, jump if you don't follow us on TikTok, jump on TikTok just for some of the comments.
It's like a self-stoking fire.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, it's live and active for sure. Which I never thought we'd get into TikTok, but I'm glad we did.
Yep.
So thank you for everyone who participates and everyone who joins us. And
appreciate your love.
Yeah, we appreciate it, and we'll be back next week.
We will.
All right.
See you then.
See ya.
Cheerio.